edi bebu ni man na oko na mom ne nkrofo na nkasa doma President Mahama de why ne papa wi so aye na appointment awi and me there for me yes say nipa ya na oye but ne nkrofo na appointees no abo na obototo ba ne de me ka kire prince on survival abo na wo ma frase atoto ba back so including ono ankasa no masa obi antro obi me yesi abronya dwan masa me amete me metima mia ban we kwana ma na fefi nani because me sro me ni bibia ma ya e bafte mi o me wote say ya chemia na radio so ne ya ba ba cheme no ye tan but say MPP 8 years abronya ye bibi wa ban we mu ade ne nsa wura nwomu a benefit adidi a ye ntwehwemu a ye bafra abronya zero ye ni agency bia wo under Nanado administration ya me yes ya deal with abronya na supply 8 years ye ni a half kilometer of roadway yes abronya na ye 8 years ye ni bibi bia wo ba bia yes abronya na ye nti e ba investigate me nti me sure mete wo the President Mahama gina ho ne na pontis mete me sabe mi o mo hwe apai no enko ba bia because me nya boni nsie ba bia
wo nya ba bia mi aso mo hwe na
go me nya se me ja kwan no nti so di wo agora me metma ba wura dubiri wa sa ka tese masa be careful of what you are doing me na metma MPP bia ntimi no musuro because from da o muso sun da said the government is after them me so me da madam yiri kwa nya me unze na me late
Kwame Bawku abronya
na pesi e ma won so nim say kokwasi kurasi ni am free krom akurasi abedu krom nti afran no so ye soma ro ye anod mbod ya pesi am ti minyanya no wia ni aka bia de ensuro bia o anti media metima ka NDC asem metima ka President Mahama asem intro no because me no 8 years no bibia ni krom ha NDC betim ha apu adie na adebe die na tio road ban na me koye ya bakata abronya anya ne yenti mu nkwa hwehwem supply ban na MPP aban and akofo ado de ma me ya say abronya e ka so supply konwadu or the serving the ban so di dusika nti mu nkwache no ebi ni kroma 8 years
okay
no minister tie ni yo no minister under MPP administration e ma maduma na po na ma me bi me ne chairman kuti ye koduru ya na kenofurata so onye napo ya napo ona mami bi me ne chairman kuti saja ye mfa ntwetwa ye koduru kenofurata ka je so onye maye
former finance minister
o ka tire plane me ne chairman kuti won office of onye maye
adin the reason is
badana no assign commencement the same aduma no assign commencement letter dia mabedi atuba
Kwame Bawku abronya
me say
regional chairman Bruno region chairman to
ya Jimmy bi dia ya advert
Kwame Bawku abronya regional chairman for Bruno region the new patriotic party enche na yede komono ebewie me ma wakasema mi ensa penti draw no nya ntwa wo de atwa nentem na mo chairman ma men kase for the records any ochina semutim sameje mfiri I good some no de media
me no wa samana from my control if you want take him on say ope gold this oko hun sameje mfiri nti se wo na asuda me nsuro ana na sama ma say as a journalist no find out from the various regional offices na tena no pabisa question say gold na wo mo do o mo task force when free ba bia kwasesa ne prim no e wo fine
now okay so good there say follow up because and then ready for shipment as you say na gold are ready e be ship dia kwa brut
e wo fine ni nyina including everything babia odu omu gold sie no anya ne ye hye ponko a babia ai precious ayina nkasa du omu gold ye le egu a ye bo ho ban wo masesa ne nyina nti omu nanim go and check the gold board enkrofo edo matototo a ene Ghana gold purely political and now pe gold ato ne se wa hu NDC ni a unya binto
obi bisa say na who kosam
who kosam de se nyina ti ba no nkyerɛ sɛ maye nka ho asɛm o ne ya o man ne dia no te sɛ ne ya revoke appointment ne ya fa 550 million Ghana cedis ye tena ha mo ma kyesa sika na di free enne Ghana fo so o mo patie one strategy o mo de ba enra mene NDC ni bi kotena ase asem o ton ma mene say 11 no bobo ba say on ba be smart say si yi 11 na ye nye smart ni enyi ni betting tax no ye wie ya say 11 na 1% mbo
yeah
mo omudi kwahye electricity mi ebetua 58% VAT ba be kwasuru prim etino adia na eye wine na Ghana fo so omompe no se say no obu yi afiri o so mo se omo ti NDC no da bia no mo Ghana fo say eye NDC fo nko an na wonyansa so unim I'm telling you omo ba triki Ghana fo ya triki strategy ni bi ye yi 1% na afiri ba be bro 58 mo atua pacha ubeka bet ya you need electricity mboa you have to charge your phone esa u charge your phone we are ubekwa akohwe ball na o twa aye no meboa so ubekwa akohwe nti se nkania ni hoye so what man ton I large bay ni so hoye 50 from 1% now reject here edidi akofo ado atem edidi ba omi atem no and next 1% no o mo di kwahye electricity mu and never VAT yakwa engage UK fo unza VAT de e ba VAT ho UK fo na wo hunim de pa and finance minister akwa engage the UK a physical studies for on VAT omo na de VAT ba say VAT no say fiewura fo one UK property rate system no
yeah
one UK say utua property rate akese o UK last year ko omo de 25% and finance minister atforcing eno omo di nkomo se no property rate ya ye de ba na nka manfo ntua no omo de ba be wura efiewura fo ma fiewura fo aba be tua ni prim
efiewura fo so de ama tenant
fo so aye dey
0
asamafia
43
eno no ye dia
884 0243 when we na for today chairman pacho
no crepa ni say this revocation no yes amanfo kwa radio so ne NDC fo na no amoto na MPP baaye and you revoke me pay me pa baako a ode na appointment letter be ba say me ye fam o GRA ye mam letter say MPP buy in January revoke my appointment just one person na one be
me nya hu bi
what is it teacher ni bi an appointment letter ba say ye fam 2016 November September teacher for ye for September 2016 teacher ni bi atima ba ha ade ne letter abeka say ye akofo ado buy in January ye yi na di wa hu bi
me hu bi
be sin ne
ya me hu suspension of health workers ajuma menu suspended for some time omo to aso no eno pe na omo de case eno de anyese ye yoma there be eno se anyese ye yoma de omo suspended for some time auditing
eno suspension any termination no sabrofo adeko
there be ba ko ye T na ba ko ye S
eno no kwa de se NDC from kwa na de sa letter no ba kire but uko petroleum commission uko GMPC uko
Ghana water kwa na omo de akọ November omo yi nko for November
na ye fa omo a from NDC 2016 ye fa omo no me pe obi obaka say January 2017 MPP aban under Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo eyi omo de just one letter
Chama Kwame
Nafo
Abronye Medasi
amanfo say no kren say revocation no illegal na mom mo amaboaboa mo ho am quality list ne say mo ko Supreme Court bia mo kwa mbelusu
adintia
yes me say wo kwa I'm telling you
obi a file case that was Supreme Court until you are being prejudicial
ndabi me cancer case na ho asem but me say why am our appointment letter I would in was appointment letter ne so me can Supreme Court asem.
Okay, but what I know ni say, what I know ni say, and what I've heard ni say, ebi akọ court on the constitutionality of the revocation. And then appointment, they are going to the human rights court.
Me na me ka say wa wo do asem bia be ka say ya revoke my appointment me call to Supreme Court no da ho no. And yet Supreme Court no maduma ne say yes obi court no do to a ye interpret you. And yet Supreme Court aduma ne say yes Supreme Court obi anom do to ntino interpret the meaning of smoking. No maduma wo ko be ka to say smoking dey you pray. Who see ba obi ahu. Ana me
na omo de judgment na ma.
Tie me ade we da ho no. Termination of appointment no. Any article 191 no clear in interpretation. And to say a revoke appointment letter a labor issue cum human rights matter.
Yeah.
Into the call high court. Namom obi da
abusianfo me mamu nyina akwa abasonko edemo RAZ Media so ai me chachi amu nyina menim se obi a eho ye ai menim se obi a ho ye obo bia owo ai abusia menim se obi ohwe me sabre bia no se de tie bia no wakone namu asan aba wunya nkone namu ma ye kora na stela no menim se uya wie afira dwumam yakopon e de another day ache yen ama yete we ase yete asase so ema honam ene moja edi ahurusie ewo yemu a yede na ase ene bema no na yama ye hu akwa abade aba RAZ Media enso ene anwumre yi ene Kennedy Japan Junior on Facebook me chache mu nyina miwi akwasi asamoa me akwa aba yi pa odi odene hu me nsambonsu on Facebook Michiao ye ema wakwaba. Me mame Esther Esther Kebarima makope me wakwaba ye pa eba platform so ame wo hote sen me se twe da ponyankopon na dawro ma wo ho ye pa sanso na de koku michiao adai college michiao Ibrahim Bawku ene KB kwaku michiache mu nyina ewo babia mo wa mo hweme ena menwia Frank Coffee onso no mema wo akwaba. Dear mesre ne say oba na wa like video no na wa sign so a share aka ho e de amame se de be ya ye betumi afre ye nua no ma omunya maaye na mo abeka ye ho ye de dwumadie no abre wo se de se na efata na da bia meka se adwuma we no ye nko a ye ntumi ye e ma ne ye ade se mo ka ye ho ye ba na mo ama ya to atwi ai ye ba na mo ansha ya to atwi ye kasa na mo like ya to atwi enti mesrew se wo hwe video no nyina no no ama like ne no ene share no nso no ayewo wadwuma a won nso no beye e dia support to channel we na brebia no channel we atumi de more of this type of content e dia brawo na yama wakwanya nso na won nso no watumi anya pempeso e dia frɛ na wakasa abusuafo ene ye won nsɛm mienu pe ene ebeka ho asem first eye John Dramani Mahama entokwa na wakɔ so no wo bɔko no yebeka ho asem de nkyekiremu bi aba IGP a wodwane IGP asabio ene wadane bega Lord enforcement man and Lord enye you often say you can say IGP be a Lord of law enforcement because the IGP civil issue biano this guy was supposed to be the person that could manage it and terminate everything but then why beggar and I'm say enipa na o man na adwuma ye no e very bogus and wako pass them kese e dey abeto ne kom and yasoma IGP mu adana ko war zone obi o say nkontra na office now manage issues, not how to move, where to go, what to do. No, he's now the front liner. Hey, hey, and this is for pan. This is painful. In terms of governance, knowledge ben a woman team, a conflict zone. Now, was some IGP himself to go there. Now, Papa, you go in a bonny to anchor there. Sem na babesi. The IGP himself yasoma na manakwa koye front liner ewo baabi antokwasi enye se IGP no ekohyiehia mpanfo bi wo tokromo ana ye sheda ayeden ema special delegate from the both sides ema mo be share IGP wa akra o IGP na nkasa yamana so ani tine ne nkwa e de akopie mu oboko ho ono so nko face bi. This is what happened when you have an incompetent people to lead your country. Yebeka no ho asem na yasen aka KMA boss bi ono so di nsem bi no maba. I think say no ene de be share the show na say na mesro say ma share no ho hia oba ya na wa share na wa like it na wa jaw comment nso na hu say waba na yatumi achia o me ma me Debula Che me mo akwa bapa America te sen me se nyankopon adom bibia ekoso boko yento aso na yenko yanim na yenhyase abusia tie niaba na ekoso oboko no edo mahama nsano adwuma the stupid expressions are mahama war positioner o make you know ehun sunsanso enene aba boko a boko aba be war zone ai aye mahama na akoso de ekoso ho no nyina na de yemi ya ne se obi a wo pretumi abedi nipa so tumi ye di nipa so se wonya tumi na woni nipa odi bedi won so a ehifo anim na wokɔ de ne wokɔ wokɔ yenkan se wokɔ showcase your power. It doesn't make sense. Se wonya tumi no na woni doma wodi saa tumi no bedi won so woni doma sabio omo betua to na wanya sika ne bi ede aye mpuntudwuma ama won sabio woni doma wodi e oba so be bokro no omo be ye adwuma na wanya eso nto awia na wodi aye wabusua yi a na eso mfaso tumi na ye de ma wono bia na wodi ye. But this is what happened when an incompetent person tried to lead. This is what happened when someone who was not born as a leader forces himself to become a leader. When they say, Temiye pa, Temiye, Mahama a connection man, Mahama a businessman, Mahama the type of category of a human being. Hey, will be second in Japan. Onye politician. Mahama is not a politician. Mahama is a big businessman whom, if Ghanaians were supposed to be critical thinkers, and Kayem Paja or mind to say Ghana and Fanko Shannon, sir. Because since a papa we, anytime that he comes in power, ye whom fast to titro be a papa we de bro mino. Papa we be tragana kunyaso at any time. Incitement between trap and other trap and okreti. Papa we bro be tragana kunyaso biano. What he does then say, ordinary humbeba ekwakoshe tribal issues na wa create confusion among the people. Na wa take advantage of that. No they America the country. Adey Mahama. Why? Abusia mo kai Togoland for omo asem no. Me yanam Mr. Monfancheme. Mame tutu amemo akwa papa. Abusianfo Mokai yewia Mahama any NDC any voter region any offended that quote offended say Sakwe Kro, what is the name of the guy? Okujata Brakwa. Do you see what they made at voter first Togoland for? How they wanted to use the Togoland to distract Akufo-Addo administration. Adasini even Simakwaba. Samukaipa. Sanemane see what Togolanda Sebio because of a responsible leadership. Nananado handle nti amahwiansi na yetimi twa so tentem ama meyasem. But if you go back to the history of how Sankwasya Togoland for no obopaje omo ho a na omo eyeden fight against the government now. It was an incitement na control and managed by the NDC. Because Sankro for NDC for himself, if it is not about division, confusion, propaganda, they cannot win elections in Ghana. Temiyepa. The numbers show so. Numbers, it show clearly say the stronghold of MPP, they are numerous. Hey, Temiye. See, I can't say I can the stronghold of MPP. Can I say I can? The tribe called Akan. I Sabio politics inti abronfo binom dwene so monye Akan asante fo. Politics inti Sabio asokorifo binom dwene so monye asante fo. Yemfa no ntonche. But when we talk about the Akana, it is one of the biggest tribe in the whole of the country. It is a MPP stronghold base of numbers, Akanfo. Actually, I will say the MPP got a lot of numbers. But what do we see? The year who said, and I'm saying, who said, it is true, say, the Akan tribe is the biggest and the most numerous. Yempe kwan bi so na yemfa politics in kodem na yentiti omumu na yemfa na halfway NDC for halfway MPP for na yen create confusion na yentimi mfa any vote from their can what them call tribe. Apostle metimi a share video na wa like am pa na ekoyani. Sa no mo ye Akan is almost having about 50% of the whole Ghana population. Akan ko ye does rough. Ye does. Entienam sa asuntino. The only thing the NDC can do, the only thing that the NDC can do to get vote from the Akan tribe and they say, omobe cause a kind of division among us. Sa the same thing no. And omodi akwa Bawku. Mamprugu kusase. Omon sensem no more. Aman to kwana san turning from tribal to political. Ne ameno kasai. Ma me fo ne nkwada ewu. A police for ye kum innocent for nipa omo ye innocent ye kum obi kwa fom ni yaboni to akunu kwa. Adentia Mahama reckless statement okoma ne da bintino ene kusase for feel say omo aban na aba, so they have all the right and all the rights to what? To have their own region and to have their own kin. When does it happen? Say a leader, bring a division. That being, and what is it? Can the phobia or not the oil say or the teachemu neighbor? It is only when you are incompetent. It is only when you don't have an what them call plans, ideas. Audience obey to be a convincing nipa panato abamau. It's when you come out with some of these tribal, what them call political ideology. Now they are convincing a man for me to abamau. And that is what the NDC had done. And on NDC for now, ne sabio and I'm so. Am a young Bawku for either kusase or sabio a Mamprugu for omu. Now maybe video be actual. Maybe video I would be actual. the Emma who send this for your tribal. Now, Omona Omoye, the Obo bought Tokwani Ja, Emane Darene IGP call Bokono. When you are more Okosrao. Ah, IGP call Bokono. One Kwanko Tia Boku phone, you know, Okokusa se for Guaho. Ade. A fanum you know a co. Now, so we IGP won't traffic. You move. We don't respect your position. Enti ya sende ma ko ye frontliner e wo mu. Na ko duru ha. You recognize one tribe and you leave the other tribe. Mame da na me mo akwa wa ko duru boko ho. Mamprugu Youth ne kosa asefo eko. Wo ko ye no, you rather choose to go to kosa asefo and talk to them, leaving the what? The Mamprugu Youth also along without not going to them at all. Why? When natural say the promises in some frona John Dariga Dramani Mahama Kanye during campaign time, no, it is rare, and that is the agenda that they are trying to execute. The fact said John Dariga Dramani Mahama Kachire Mam Kusasi for say in one kingdom there cannot be two kin in front of Kusasi for no. A yes, agenda now no more pushy say Kusasi will lead the Bawku land. So they consider the Kusasi people more than the Mamprugu people. Adentia, they want to let the Kusasi people to feel say they are part of the NDC because of their numerous population or habitant or more Bawku. Sana leader and conductor na hosa. It is only a foolish leader. Because in a war, in a strategic war, it is not about numbers. So it is not about numbers. It is about your plan to face the canker, the enemy. Oh, Mahama is playing with the fire. Mahama is playing with the fire. Santoko we kosu Bawku a national issue because this Ntokwa can spread to every part of the country with a click of an eye. But Mahama is doing politics with it. Abusye, a police for na ye kumkum womono. And some funa e koso hono. Omu ye kusa asifo, but enam so omu ye NDC fontina. Mahama is not arresting nobody. And I was my IGP so onko po omu achew. So omu mfa tu ongu form. Hey, John Dariga. Minya Dariga nie. Minya Dariga. Instead of you to find the rare stubborn rebels or muum. Now, bet you one day will go baby. I come one to a one gum no. John Dariga is protecting the Kusasi people and going after them to beg them so mum for mutu nguho. Number more juma your police. Temiye pa. Temiye, because IGP no call hono. One can say he went there in the name of an IGP. He went there in the name of the leader of parliament, Mahama Yariga, and John Dariga Dramani Mahama Munti Osi. He went there in their name. And every message that the man gave there were a message that was drawn on the table by these people, and they gave it to the IGP to go there. And then you let him say, Mahama Yariga, or cinema me free, Mamprugu, and another free Kusase. But to be son say, what is his point of view? He will start giving you a friend and say, Abebu ahodo, abebu akese. Namia, ene, Bawku for mame for binoma ba bontinye kasa. Because mu Felicia Mahama is doing politics with the conflict. They have understood finally say Mahama is not doing nothing other than to do politics with the war and the conflict in Bawku. Oskani kwajo miya ni mwakwa wapa. Na yase awofo maamefo ema esu no mu bu nkotodwe. Na omode sira papa we say ompe bibi nye ema ntokwa no so ntwa. Na wayi nani na ona makra na osa obu ne pa one ma enom nsa na wagya ma amanfo mogye ehwiegu because ye ne den a ne nsa aka ne tumi ai we ne den entro no wadi bi akyerɛ mo wagye adi ne nsa so tumi na na ohwehwementi omfa wo ho enti do betumi aye nyina ne sɛ yen soma IGP no nkopa omo kontokwa na kyɛw nkopa omo akyɛw sɛ omo mfa tuo ngu ho na yen den yen fa omo mehye police adwuma. How can this be an intelligence of the police? The intelligence of the police to stop a conflict. And this IGP moa ekopa akyɛw John Mahama and their well where me I don't know asemu mekani da bi ase many people complained about Dampare and people before we be complaining about Dampare and how he conducted himself during the election, which there is no doubt say he was compromised because he wanted to protect his position as the IGP. But Asemba come to me, I can't share on say the intelligence where Dampare operating when he wants to operate, no, it is nothing to do with this man. Man, we university to go around Kobio. Hey, John Mahama, you ain't go see for Paul. Some man now more in this IGP, no, university to go around Kobio. Or the police more. And by age and by time of duty, service inti, no. And what kind of intelligence that man has to lead the whole law enforcement group? How can it be possible? But in any case, young man, phone and no motion, we are near to other.
Made to Air President John Dramani Mahama. What will you mob? Yes, you think on bra, no me boy, no me tea is free. Now, so I said, your mamma buy or ye in near my. Yes, Sereno, ye mob. Baby, no granny will be a woman shanya me, no more fun of granny to baby. I was said that. Yes, I suko or two for so. What did I say? I have for me a new intimate enough group. Miss Remy Pusa, baby, I would see, would be bedding in a can of Indian one. A bit near a year's hand. And yes, room, we hear justice. Motor and she. Young co baby, e bike, and you'll be on the Benya 5,000, 6,000, a packing motor at 1 bike. Yes, young KP hours, near escorted cars. Imagine 3 days today, so just a 4 past Abu Gary. Minimum here, it was around 2 o'clock, Sabe Pensis. Almost far, Missiga border, a baby river do what you feel. Jomutina Miami Fiji, boys, no, I am man, you war no more, or mamma, one shot, and more inside one quite a shoot too. Into Tokwan and Bani Yakubiana, and I'm talking a few no more.
I was just a Mambasiano or Musu or Bawku. The Ecoso Bocono. And yes, I'm Kito. The Ecoso Bocono. Sir John Mahama found an INC from Ampe a strategic way to stop that fight. Mimia Bema said you see Rwanda and Tokwe Shasi and Shasi or the whole country. It starts from somewhere. And Tokwane Shasi from Babia. Now expanded across all the territory. But when a leader is wise and intelligent, telling another bra Togo land for no Emma Mohoswa in shortest possible time, Omutumi CZ fire, Eddie peace a bahono. Sana was John Mahama no pretty. But Sir John Daragashi no dear. He is about to drink cognac. Not some important issues about the land and also. I don't know yell Northerner. I own him the rare history between the Bawku issue, no. Say fan and 9 form and make decisions are the right way. Now say Obama Saji the issuer. Then Ghanaians, we have a long way to go. Georgina Bonsu Mwakwaba. John Dramani Mahama Northerner. Mahama Yariga oye not na pa. The internal minister of Ghana today oye not na. They know the reality behind Kusasi and Mamprusi fight. Omonim the lawyer Ninleja. E was sa konwa no ho. So omo amfa policies and ton chain. Now one to turn near Massa the SNF fata no mo yen say ye MPP NDC Mamprusi for ye MPP for Kusasi for ye NDC for enti ye protect ye nkrofo. This will bring a chaos in the country. Because miya da bia me kase Kusasi for wa Accra o Mamprusi for nso wa Accra Kumasi wo Zongo na e wo ho no Mamprusi for ho Kusasi for nso wo ho. Enti more than tokwane ekoso wo sort ekoso no esoro ho no na se ha fo so na busuafo no so de omo ho agim na the worst thing is abusua ye ni Burkina Faso fo na ye dan edi hye ai Mali fo benye wo ho a Niger fo benye wo ho a Boko Haram fo eben ho omo wo ho say yan season tokwa we ya this world can give access to nipa bone for we don't need them in our country. Because in Tokwasha say that is the time the bad people are able to emerge themselves. Because if the security break out at the borders of Ghana and Burkina, we will never know who they are. And when there are these issues like this at the border side, it should be the national interest. Sensembi say koso your borderline now. The intelligence of the police will tell you, and that's the national security will tell you, say it is a national problem, and your Bawku problem, because a borderline. And it can link to any bad-minded people to get into the country. But John Darega at the year politics. John Darega don't want to put the things at their right place. At the so you can. Yes, sir. Then one fan to be was saying koda. Ayeden a free at all. So one fan ko sheba be was saying konkosha de na esie a free at all. Rabusia. Na no me bo video bi chiro. Abra John Darega make a kind of a reckless statement. Sabio, me jini say me back it to me back it to be me back it to the last one or 7 years. Ebe to me can be say in a situation like this. Listen to this video.
When I read the media, they say the Bawku chieftaincy conflict. There's no chieftaincy conflict in Bawku. There cannot be two kings in one kingdom. Every government recognizes that the overlord of Bawku is Naba Abugago Asigri II. And that's why I say there's no conflict, no chieftaincy conflict. And so peace in Bawku is going to be my priority when I become president. And all of you know that when NDC comes, there will be peace in Bawku. And so I wish to urge you to collaborate with our security service personnel who are here. They have a very difficult job. Let's collaborate with them so that they can help to maintain the peace. And I can assure you that when NDC comes, we will make sure that peace comes to Bawku. Bawku has a lot of potential. When Bawku was peaceful, commercial activities were going on and everything was okay. Now, some public service workers have left the area because they are afraid for their lives. We will make sure that peace comes back to Bawku so that all of them can come back.
Tiabusia, se ukojina Bawku manso, babia abusia mienu enya conflict. Now we are dialoguing to find out the best solution for the two tribes. Now, as a potential leader, now making such a reckless statement in front of one party, what are you expecting the part that you spoke to react? So Oko can simply say the chile kusasi for. Would you say then na wamana kwaku wura kusasi for team? All these are possible because Yewura Darega is a man who is only after power. Sabio Yewia Tony Edu and this Sinika Krakapa can say he has stopped going to the NDC meetings. Adenti I'll say so Mokwa, they don't talk about national development. They don't talk about the unity in the country. They don't talk about how they can change people's life in the society. But they are more dreaming in how to win power. And that is exactly what Mahama is saying here. Just listen to the video again. Just listen. Just listen to the video again.
When I read the media, they say the Bawku chieftaincy conflict. There's no chieftaincy conflict in Bawku. There cannot be two kings in one kingdom. Every government recognizes that the overlord of Bawku is Naba Abugago Asigri II. And that's why I say there's no conflict, no chieftaincy conflict. And so peace in Bawku is going to be my priority when I become president. And all of you know that when NDC comes, there will be peace in Bawku. And so I wish to urge you to collaborate with our security service personnel who are here. They have a very difficult job. Let's collaborate with them so that they can help to maintain the peace. And I can assure you that when NDC comes, we will make sure that peace comes to Bawku. Bawku has a lot of potential. When Bawku was peaceful, commercial activities were going on and everything was okay. Now, some public service workers have left the area because they are afraid for their lives. We will make sure that peace comes back to Bawku so that all of them can come back.
And by making sure that the peace comes to Bawku, it is a way of inciting the people. Controversy, inconsistency. What do you mean by I will make sure the peace will be in Bawku? At the same time, telling them, say, every government that has come into the country recognize a Kusa Seken as the overlord of the land. Now, where sa papa we no hu. Nkakra. Enuaba na wadua no obehwia bi. Ai, enuaba na wadua no bomb na ode ahyehye fom e wo Ghana nsase nyina so no. Ono ankasa obehwia bi anso obefra konwa no so ofiri so. Obehwia bi pa. The insecurity alert in opposition, Papa we call so in the country no. Obehwia bi ebi beto abanifie, he will experience the consequences of his reckless speech. Omano. There is no one that say IGP Kobokwa etumi bon nika mutuo. Mon kanchire Mahama say on Koboko ho no nko solve problem no. Na he cause some. One country say on man to soon free Accra. Northerners, Accra ya modadodo. Northerners, munya muhona mo betra Accra na maka Accra. Munya ma the southern part of Ghana baby amframa epoana na mwaka ho. You should go back to your rules and develop your rules. Senka baby amu free no. Mako ho masanya komochi ena mako develop ho. Inca people will be concentrating more on their business. More than this, these things goes on when the people have no other choice than associating themselves to a group and feel that they are protected. every Kwame Nkrumah breso na adwuma ni ho. Monso na moye one of the people who called all the government institutions across the country in every time. You guys are the people who has a lot of power in government agencies. Ye tiamu ka ye ma musika sika na munye free aban adwuma amoye no de na mo de ya mo fan develop mo ho. Mo ba na ma ba beto dan akese wo empoano. Na mo gya mo nkrofo no gu enwura mu ho. Eduru se ye beto aba na mo asese some money and one, nobody acquired the acopera boom. Manim neguase, you are the cause of your problems. Mumisa John Mahama said, a fear bang titro be and a Westia Sinicrum. A fear bang a monsieur. Mube drew ye side the wa, Namagia Bosso. One thing I really appreciate about can politicians and they say, they develop their area. Yes. But mo de munya ban na munya ba bitna na mu wire free munchi. Eduru se be to aba de anam so na moko. Mu fancheme. And oskani kana. Or see they are afraid of their people because they will kill them. It is right. Se moko na mu ko disika te se they say dun katia se kwa ukọ se kwa. The whole se kwa. The whole se kwa. Almighty se kwa. Asiedu Nketia is part of the NDC since Rollins time. Go and see. Oko no kwa ni fie na wasie na watwa ho kurukuru na one ne mahyem. Ofobia ho. Omfobia ho. That is the mentality of these guys. Besamu pe peace wo mampuru sifo ene kusa sifo ntama. It is you, the political leaders from the northern region, that you can solve that problem. You know the sources of that problem. You know a duro munima duro ma ayarefo na omo boko ho a omo be jan tokwa enya ayarefo so omo yare o yade na ewo boko a yeye kosa asefo eni mampurusifo no eye mo mpanfo we ya na munima no ano aduro but enam say benefit mo political career ntino ma hohoro mo nsa ena mote akiri ena mo yi manim te say de munim ho hwe enti eba se ba beto aba na mo akọ na mo de jansra ma kogu ho na mo bom na edere na mo ni age ena na meka na first no ebe mo beti sa aduaba ne bi ahua di ansa na mo bekọ amako bibi be fa mo ani so ansa mo bekọ amako bibi ebe fa mo ani so because enkrofo na magya omo agu ho amomfa omo ho no. They are now out. They are telling the story. They are revealing the real secret behind your inability to stop that fight over there. Incitement. It is a crime. Facebook, yeah, it is we incitement. A broke channel. Now a whole president will be in the microphone, in front of the microphone, and will speak what them call recklessly like this. And this is from painful and more parliamentary. Monsai mochinko mukrum. Na monko solve the problem that you have there. Mona mube tumia solve mu problems no. Muko share parliament na mo no mutin. Na mo no tin ne pano chibom na mo ni age. Na mo jai ma mo nkrofo no mo to abama ama mo de betena akonwa so omanya akwanya no. Na mo ne moa e na enu mu nsuo wo ho. And you were expecting that there will not be any war there. Your mom was saying, "Monfanko development ya na mo chadi na abetena se wakra." Monsanko machi na monko siesie mukurom na se mukuro no emu yefa. The youth will not have interest in any conflict. They will concentrate morely on how they can survive in that society. But enam se hwini hono they are all attaching themselves into this things. Sabio emfa sika emfa aduane megu obi table so munkreti nyuma asase abu o northern region ena me no kase amanfo kotu enwuram o e wo northern region wo ye adwuma 8 hours more than that. And so motete parliament wo sika nka mbetumi aye mechanic farmer enka mbetumi de northern region kura feed the whole of Ghana ama mukromufo anya adwuma ye wo north ho. And I'm Accra, I'm a bomb frama. mo ware mo yere no mo ho just for political issue. Na ma ba crab pesa chicks. Mo more them. Sa na edition of mine. Is that the reason why they voted for you? John Darigan Kasa Otihoi. The only thing that he did in the North region, it was just to build a guest house. So Sane na shawo forma no mu kopie mu ho benya ba bi di omakoda. Enye nim guase. And no one that said Sabio, an IGP went to Bawku on a war zone and he was neatless. It wasn't necessary for his presence. Because the Okoye, when Tumian saw Vukoko, Wankoye Mako, Wankoye and China, Wankoye Sichre, Okodinani, just for tourism on the site. Now, Odi Abusie, me mama kasa nya wa yento aso na yetumi aka nsem fofura ewo ho na yekọ. Abusia, yasoma IGP se onko Bawku, but ni going to Bawku no was needless. Yenti any speech kakra.
Lasting peace to Bawku. I will appeal to you to talk to the youth that hope is not lost. We are ready to assist them. And so they should put down their arms and be ready to cooperate with us so that together we'll bring peace and everlasting peace to Bawku. It is not deliberate that we as peacekeepers who have got international recognition will go to a place to bring peace and deliberately we would like to see people dying. We will not allow that. So we will always work extremely hard so that we will remain neutral. So we want to assure the Bawku number that our men will continue to be neutral, and those elements that you feel that by the discharge of their duties, it is not making peace possible over here. I think I will have a private discussion with him later and let us know so that we can be able to bring in people who really see to the effective discharge of their duties so that peace can come to Bawku.
What you? Oh. The main IGP of the Ghana Police Unit. Our country BMA or maybe Obekoso. Here were the police intelligent, what them call officer. More informations, gather. That is the job of Kwasiampani Jakwa. Not you. IGP Pronsi Okwa Kobisa Kurumu Hohene. Dear now so in sense of a police for no modi or more bomb ye juma or honor. A hit for no pump on sign more munko mochi. Foolishness. Or hen no tihono or meki or hen no ewo interest or yen neutral in what is going on. Or hen no aquatron anymore and I can so no kusa sehene. Or no na John Darigadra Mani Mahama aboni or hene in advance. And the uko general in what say onon trail say a police force say pam or mo enfam free Bawku area where. What do you think will be the information that the chief will give you? What is the sense of the national security? Omodi say ombeko amanfo fie the national security now, these were supposed to do their job to investigate underground, to know the right things that you should do. No, they are in Accra, moving up and down. You did to share to say Jack Rollins, Sabio, you heard no TV so. The neatest, the here was saying, you know, yeah, you and I didn't question until the IGP need information from the chief. Chief, he belongs to one tribe. They are part of the war. How can this man give you an accurate information for you to rely on and operate? Jimmy, Yahuna man yo, Yahuna man pa. Because you don't mind na koche any pa non-fa. Yento ado. Now hear the attitude and the mood of the IGP to say who it's Rabon. Papa Wedo was not supposed to go to Bawku. This man was supposed to be in Accra in the police headquarters to coordinate the policemen based on the information and Kajapakwasi and Penino. I was saying our ground all year. But then or a frontliner. He's a frontliner of the war. I don't know the back station it no. Kwenenko bo timutu. Ko na yamfanko a sacrifice. This is how incompetent people, when you give them the possibility to lead you, this is how they ride on your country. Jakwati Accra, the needed information that they're supposed to have, no, on to be in national security ada. National security need the gold wachi. National security say what is say a man for the gold to be a kugu contain them. National security na man for fear no be niema. National security for a tata journalist across the country say mo be ankasa. But the rare issue in Bawku, ehona was saying the intelligence of the police Ghana yefa national security. Nka omo ho na omunya the accurate informations. Na nka omo share with the police headquarters. Thank a police for and operating based on that information. So they are in Accra enjoying. Omudi for no mudi banku. Na ye teach journalist for more kind of crash the one. Is that way that we want to go? Yen to asuna yen koya nimna yen tin sem ni bi ewo ha. Hey papa we were huramano na why kura na ukoko ye there. Who send you there? Listen to this other announcement that this man made here.
I bring you greetings from the Interior Minister. I bring you greetings from the Defense Minister. And the greetings from the majority leader in Parliament, who is the son of this area. I had a lot of consultation with them before coming here. We are here, police, military, and other security services here to provide security to Bawku. Some of us, we have been here in the years past. We know Bawku. Bawku is an area where every security officer would like to come and work here before finally he goes on retirement. Today, some of us who saw that we are not happy with what it is today. It is our prayer the Almighty God will bring the same glory of Bawku back. I've come here to come and work together with you and also to ensure that our men that we bring here, they work according to the mandate. I've seen a lot of things that have been written on the placards, and we are going to work towards it. We are going to make sure that your concerns as you have shown on your placards, we are going to work according to it. We want everything that is worrying the people in this area about we, the security over here. Let us know. Just put your grievances to the overlord and they will receive it, and we will make sure that we will correct those things urgently. Just forgive us. We have provided security in many other countries. Our duty is to be neutral, and to the best of we, the leaders in Accra.
Yes, Tio. Papa will say he's coming there in the name of the Minister of Interior. the majority leader in parliament. Omunti awaba. Ono mwakasa pa. Na omuni omukasa ye no. They have given him a lot of information. So he's there to work with the people. Abusia. Okontokwa. A policeman. The police force. You go to aggregate yourself with the people who are fighting, or you go as a neutral police force to bring peace into the place. Because one same way, na you wano. That's what I'm telling you. The NDC is doing still propaganda with TV3 on the Kusase. Where Papa Isai can say, young form wong, because they are what? They are giving protections in many other countries. Ghana first. Ghana should be your priority, boy. Man, IGP mono. Se bibi kosu woma enumna nkoyie na entokwa. As a police IGP, you should put your country at first position. Make sure you solve that before you get into other people's problem. Then how? Dear bang, anyhow, who fear shit? Who see my jammy fear no akobo obi fear who buy? What to be that? What to be that? What to be that? This is how the NDC operate, because they know what they are doing. Now, Abushien, the funniest side of it all, Papa Wei, Epa.
I had a lot of consultation with them.
No, Abushien, Fanchem, just a minute. The best of it all, Papa Wei say, now, Asamba got some fun too, Timothy said. In all this conversation, now who said IGP nene Bawku na kasano. Enya Bawku nyina no ne omo kasa o. They are kneeling their knees down in the front of the Kusase. And a Mamprugu for no more job mongu. And the same way Papa we beka trigger the whole social media no. He was talking with the Kusase as if the Mamprugu are not part of the situation that is going on. Here video when I get it back into the studio.
Confidence in us, so that together we'll work and they will bring peace to this area. We assure you that when it comes to recruitment, we'll give the people of Bawku priority. We'll give the youth of Bawku priority. And so for that matter, a special team will come here to do special recruitment for people of the youth of Bawku. And I hope, if I'm sleeping in Bawku tonight, I will not hear any gunfire. And I hope that people will assure me, so that I can sleep here and then I can bring more people, the NGOs and investors who want to come to Bawku. So I'm going to test it tonight. If for the next 3 days I'll be here and I don't hear any gunfire, then I know you have received my message. So please forgive us, forgive all the security agencies where they have gone wrong. If anybody has any special concern about any security officer, please report it to us. We are ready to solve that problem. And all your grievances should go to the overlord.
NDC for overlord, Bawku Dadao. So whatever is going on, no, they have already mentioned somebody's name who is the overlord of the land. Now, hey, yo, say IGP more catch it. You can say rebels, fighters. Say, Mon famu tuongu from na yam famu police. Ha. I want bayam robbers or police ejumam. Mon famu tuongu ho. Na yam mama kwai mamu wura police. Mon fire bonny in chayin. Say I am a bonny. Hey, IGP. Now who taught you that? Now what you have to put in your mind and say, Sanyama muye nyinano. They were pleading with only one part of the issue, the Kusase people, which means to say the NDC is supporting the Kusase people to do the nonsense. because akuma ekoso nyina no eye kusasefo na ekoso. I'm not here to say sabio kusasefo di bem anase mamprusi di bem. But my question is adentia the state itself is interacting with only one part of the issue. Adentia money just one tribe and it didn't come up. Now in Kaifon the year you more see chain. Adentia. That is the question that I'm asking. Now the Abushia, young Kwenkonti Mamprusi for so, and some of the other two. Now I think it's a straight warning to John Darega Dramani Bahama. Yenti a video way, na yenti another video way. We are not my fa one copy, Abushia and my fa one copy, Entino, because I have to run to somewhere. Yenti a video way, mra.
Mano, as I know, you know. Yen demand politician biara say on make kire say ye onyini insana Ghanaians o monjin tum say ye onyini dabi ye were overlord yes and edin Abdullah Mami Sheriga ohona e ko he na o moko say onyini no aye tire say o tina o fie na o ka say o ye onyini. Even the president of the Republic of Ghana ono John Dramani Mahama no asa na o mbe so onyini no say okokita bibi e de so e ma Ghanaians say na Chief Justice swearing in. It's not our office. Now, they don't win election. They don't know one conquer office. I say, who to know fear? Now, the country will be saying, we are in. Sir, he said, me, I'm making on the show. Or when they buy all better, the country say, me, the forefathers who move more Bawku. I know no need another bay, me grief never Bawku. I know Abugra and he came on. Abugra is a different with Azoka. Yeah, Azoka, he's a younger man by trap coming from Burkina Faso. Do things we know that, and we know their family house. And then Abugra also, and our Bawku, and our baby, or he be an himself, he know Bawku. Hey, Alhaji said about the Nafsega. Your last message, yeah, Jimamu. More media for Mobia, Yaba life, who say, Casano. Mesania, wallahi, 3 times. Omo diploma Bawku soldier for now, police for no. Omo mau, omo qualify, omo papa no mami no. Omo ja omo say, omo buy a kurom Bawku, ever protecting life and the properties. Say who say, omo timia. Na denti na omo ya police for no. Denti na omo timi yi sa soldier for now. Omo kotuna background fear. Omo yi sa soldier no. Enfi na background fear. They say bet me than fear. And Bawku dey say to sumienu. Say IGP. So who police for no into me pata. Yeah, nim say amo, FB unit. Omo je omo 30, soldiers 20. Omo timama asunje aba Bawku. Politics inti. Say omo nim say omo timia. Omo say soldier 40 na omo Bawku no. Omo crossing civilian court now. No, omo my 24 hours. Ni ba bia. Ni fear enter from omo Bawku. Et ya saka tiramu. C'est kusasi ni bia kasa yo bema. O attempti. Ça on bloque car bi. Highway, international highway ni so. On bloque car bi say on attack obi. Yes. E be ya Ghanaian surprise. Exactly. And the message I was say, you be Ghanaian for no. Where first and last. And the man one way, na go see first and last. Yeah, nim say mra wo. Asana Bawku na ba. Alhaji said we bagre the Nafsega. The second, Asana obedi ni na esi Bawku kurom no. Ofa mraso. And e ko dul Bawku. Otina ni fia no mo ka ten so onyini o. No no bi onti Bawku ka sa no Bawku na ba no. Ani ke ma bogro go no. O tina ye. Ni na grave a wo Bawku. Abdul Ayi and I'm saying about the material assistant. The forefathers of Mugre by what Bawku up to net. So no, I need to come up grow. So I can't mra and finding Yajimano when you free Bawku. The ambassador BBC today because of the respect that we have with the military men and the policemen. And they have seen Tibia, and they have never seen embassy. It's a moon some police, one person, yes, I'm there. Yaman for say, Moon police for no, but as I want to hear no, both police and soldiers, you move free. Name my order say, a enemy, a Pogrago, and then a Chiriga, Yagamu Mamo, Munku, Roberti me over Prono. Come officer, listen to me, Yajima, and Antakwa, Mamunku police for, Mamunku soldier for. Omoja soldier for the police for no. Muyi mu free abugrao fie. Muyi mu free onomo. No more my just 3 days. 3 days. Ma o yini biantu na shirika in 2 free boku. Abugrao in 2 free boku. For only 1 week po. Wa be timati na kro mo no mo no. Una kro ni ya odie. Finish. Ena boku ko bolgano. Soldier for ni nimso mutimi ma escort ma enko. Umma ya kwan ya ya wam nan ka beti media nko for pia ko borga ko disa ni ata ye chiaba no searching asa dentro dia se ka be me pesi Ghana ye manya je be ma Ghana ye manya de kusaji fo ni ya musuro no ye beti ma ye wo ti ai ye na shiriga wa ma wada ye ntimi ye hwi press conference ye crack fo no no o ma juma na o mo ye no na basa fo no so wo ho ye beti ma ya sin o mo ba tempe police ni regional commander yini tuo say e bo Mamprugu ni abrantie pa kunu because hu ni tuo wo ja tuo na ma o chime o say there bi wo kunu Mamprugu fan for it en ko ni police ni ye say curfew rules kata ya break nko 40 mocks ya kokun omo mpanyifo Mamprugu ni bia sori am bo police ni asu po boku da na ante na so mo ba IGP mo wati me ba ma kusati for takum sutu no aka je police force mo sutu soro kusati for sutu police for mo so mo sutu soro ye ku mo so sutu soro police for mo ntimi so mo kan no kre no mo nja ekuro no maye se sa na government pair bunduri for ye nwa ma mo ku bunduri no aye we ye last. And yes, I buy one get 10 free no. Ombanya. Buy one get 10 free no. Put your chain here in Bunduria. What do if our Ghana and United Ghana? What I'm trying to talk, please, I need some clarity. If you can just I need some clarity. Please, you invite them. Let's finish, please. Let's finish. We can handle any other. No, but it's important because the media is one of the reasons why we are seeing noise. Everything about media. But yes, fanatism. But yes, okay, we have presented your views. It's okay. Yes, okay. We have presented your views. Facts. And then we urge our media men to always interrogate the matter. Bawku, as we speak, has been divided in 2 fronts. So anytime they say Bawku Youth, we have a lot of tribes that are inhabited in Bawku. So when the IGP visits one side, and that is the Kusasi Youth, we urge the media to make it known to Ghanaians that this is the Kusasi Youth. And they are those perpetrating crime and trying to destabilize the peace of this country. Not only Bawku, just like our presenter said, if the state doesn't nip this in the bud, anytime they say there is an action, comes a reaction. And that is what we don't want to see. We don't want to undermine Ashanti-Hini's mediation process. We are a people of a royal lineage, and we understand what royalty is all about. So that does not mean that there cannot be a reaction anytime there's an action. So at this juncture,
Entiabusia, aye, said the Mimia Usikani Kano. Aye, very critical. Aye, very critical. Mamprugu for na calm down because they want to listen to the they want peace in the area. But Enam John Mahama, Bosha or the Ashe Kusasi for no. The Kusasi people feel they feel some more akwanya some by the omope. I'm not here to judge who is right or who is wrong. But Mimia, say what your video ya. Yewiano Kusasi for a kanya, Yewiano Mamprusi for a kanya. IGP Kobokono, one cocus Mamprusi for Chayo, or the Kusasi for Kwana Kokasai. Oni kusase fo nkwa na kokasaye IGP okoboku hono oni kusase fo nkwa na kokasaye eti mi bisa wadwene mu ne say what do you think say John Dramani Mahama is doing with the kusase people? What is the message is he sending to them? What is the message? What is the message? The message is that I'm with you guys and I'm seeking what? To give you the power that you need. That is the message that John Mahama sent to the people. Now, you know, your media houses be Ghana, their job is to do the NDC stupidity and NDC discrimination and NDC division agenda. Mama ya from point Mwakwaba. Ebini TV3. Sanya meko sunyina. The TV3 is projecting a kind of idea being to the minds of the people. They cook stories about what is going on in Bawku, and they narrate it the way that they want to narrate it. The Bawku people has understand, say, the way John Mahama is facing this issue, no, it is not the right way. Issue between two people without not involving the two parties. Videos and media encounter just to showcase that the government is doing something. John Mahama John Mahama ni say on to mean certain problem because of certain problem now. Asumdrieba, he will not get any vote from there. And the Obayani say politically, no hood or bojanum, na jane dere, not to no way you nani. A friend now say otum for unquire the uncle sovo. And Mahama na can say NDC time there is always peace in Bawku. And that they ban saying and a peace in Bawku, I believe NDC in our power. And throw outrances, violence speech, hatred speech, and a John Mahama dear critique what is going on in Bawku today. Because Mahama want to back the place here more populated for his personal interest, for the political interest, not for the peace of the people. Abusia, and then metamu swentino. Yemo video we are mefa call one.
Every day intervene to kill anyhow they want.
Now, Abusia, if you listen to how the Mamprugu people are talking, bro, they are strategists. So they are strategists. They are planning. Now, some Mahama and Henny here, this war. Ebekwa kodru Jubilee House. Ebe na ntia kwa ko Jubilee House ho eden nsem a emfata na nse akopem o Jubilee House. Then we don't know whom they will use them to cut off. And a different issue. But the media that was supposed to be also another neutral face, you know, they are rather playing the cards of John Dramani Mahama. Abusia midin yani Mr. Manfo ha RAZ Media GH. I want you to understand, say John Mahama is the person who caused the Bawku fight. He knows why the fight is going on. On him agenda was set. On him bomb body as he chef former. A fin asha si ayeto. And if you want the peace to reign in Bawku, or so no anka sanko no solve problem no. On any Mahama yari Ghana one or monko solve problem na peace in Bawku because. We don't like the way our brothers are dying there. It is not fair. And it is not justable. Just because of political power for people to lose their life in the manner that things are going. Yam konen konko tie video way. Na yam fa two course be na yam fa BBNC.
They should kill anyhow they want. In so many places, don't accuse any security man. No. Security man does not tell you that don't tell the truth.
You want to tell lies and collect someone's property, or the property that is for me and you are now claiming it that is for you alone. So we are fighting, and security came in, killed someone, and you are now accusing the security. No, you are a liar. And the day of judgment, you will bear that consequence in front of Almighty Allah. God will not leave you. You will answer that question. Because we caused the problem, we called them, and they are now to do their work, and you are accusing him. No. Better to agree with the unity, peace, harmony, to live together. That no any secret man will intervene into your culture or in your village. You see, so I am saying this because of we have been seeing so many cliques from different places. No. Our security has nothing with anybody. They are not part of someone's scheme. They are not part of someone's land. They are not part of someone's farm. They are not part of someone's curtains or someone's anything. No. They are doing their work, and we used to call them. If we didn't argue with one another, they will not come. If chieftaincy issue, we should sit down. I know how your grandfather started. You know how my grandfather started. I know where your first settlement. Who was the first person? Who was the second person? And due to that, when do we get and skin men? When do we get skin chieftaincy? We know where it started. So if you are going around telling lies, you don't want to go to the process. Look, chieftaincy is not something that you pick it at the market. It's from generation. You see? So that is why I'm saying Ghana, we are facing this problem. And everywhere is smoking. Chieftaincy and land issue. Chieftaincy, land issue. Even our curtains has no problem for that. Chieftaincy, land issue. Chieftaincy, land issue. If we are not praying hard, if this smoke around the country, when it's back one day, we can't control it. We can't. And it is because some people are telling lies. They are telling lies. You have money, you can't help your people, but you have money to go and bribe someone to collect through for you. Look, this is our tradition. This one is a tradition. If you put shame on it, you and your family, you will never come up in this world. You will destroy till your great-great-grandfathers. This is what I just want to put it to everybody. Those who are watching this video, I am begging them to be patient for the country to be cool so that everybody can roam freely, do his business, so that we can get a way forward. Thank you very much.
Yes, in terms of asama papa yi kanya chieftaincy issues and your history. You just need to read the history and know where the peoples are coming from, and you solve it. Obianim baby ofri baye, obianim the first settlement on the land baby esi, obianim na busuya, na chiasem, na nimasem. So why is this that this thing cannot be solved? Because it has turned to be a political, and people don't want to solve it. People don't want to solve it. Who do you say a tuna a kura kusasi for now mudi kuma mamfo very sophisticated guns, you know. These were guns that were provided by the NDC to them in case of what they call election results or any favorite for them and come over to Ghana. And now they are turning back that guns on their own brothers. Nina na yewura ete Accra enum cognac na wayinani. Because when him say 2028, and you're about to offer say yes, settle how are they going to get the vote from that place? That is what is the issue on the ground. Miriam Oskani Kwajo say, in fact, these parties should be very careful with their utterances. We don't settle dispute with the malicious approach. Of course, one to me, enkoba bi antokwesi amamfo eko na wayi famba bi a woni omuna nam. Oni omu na etwi bom, oni omu na ebokusu atafre. Now the other side, no, why then? When John what he said, the omu they are not part of the issue. One to me, it means there say you have your plan, or meditated plan in your head. That is how you want to execute, or that is how you want to solve the problem. By maybe doing what will favor you, not to do what will favor the people on the ground. What is the sense in that? What is the sense in that? Amanfo no mhiri omunkwa enipa na ewuo wo ewo ho no. Amanfo na ewuo enye nwan enye mponche. And the issue of Chief Twency, it is a history, a story. Take the books, read the history, and tell the truth. Don't go there with a political idea on doing favors for people. And the IGP moa, una nteko bokuba bi antokwawo. Na woni kusase fo nko a na edi nkomo. Na Mamprugu for na omo ye part of the problem na omo na omo kono. You don't engage with them. How do you want them to feel? How would you like them to accept any decision that you people will take? Omega say a bias. Now you see we are so Ivan Sankama Mia, Mimo Akwaba. You see we are so Omanipa Bonifu di wenima. These are the resources, or these are the results that you get. People who don't have the knowledge. This is what they do. Umanipa boni di wenima so because Mahama nipa boni. He is doing this all for his party, not for people's life. Aye, and another first Americano. And this is 1.4 or Motia Kra, or Majuju or Mohu, or Mosisia Brosan or Akra, or Mumbaso Messian Ko Mukrumo, or Monsan Ko Mukrum. No Monkoka history, no Monko school, or Munim their history, no Monfa history, no certain matano, na Asumdie Emra Boko. Na Yabremo no mo bias political ideas you team. Aye. Bibia be politics. Bibia abeye politics wo man Ghana man na man disinti. Wontumi ntrase nka no kore no said etie fata nkyere nipa dasani unless you bring politics in it. Abusia me de bobesia na ochena yasan ato so mesremo me pese me mfa 2 course but wo menye ntem 5 minutes na yemfa bibia NC. Midin enemy Samafo ha RAZ Media GH on YouTube, Kennedy Japan Junior on Facebook. Me so say like video no mame. Na faunsa no si adoma no so na pomodene say obe like video no na obe share video na kan wo say de be ya me ba next time a obenya nkai bo se maba na won so no watumi abe support yen. Ye do so na ye hwe bet likes no e wo form pa ti mesle mo I said, "Moment like video, no video, no team pushy no." I said, "I'm no. I have some issues with Facebook, with YouTube. Videos no run it. Videos no run it. I don't know what is going on, but the moment to me abua, I'm a video na share see run beam na actually, and say about like video. No, now I like it channel na nkasa aka ho. Now I comment more on the videos no. Say the more you do that, more YouTube automatically pushes the content to other people. Even Sankama say, and the so-called pastors are quiet because they have collected their brown envelope. That is it. They are also they are the cost of everything that we are living. Yeah, kotwaba, yamfa nyansani nim diemfa, diesen no na fatano, emani medigana manso. Asofo for so e kraboni. Mama nkotwaba eni ekotwaba ma nipa ompe peace pasumdwe na what he is after nyina ne say sabio entokwa enchichemu na watumi anya ahodene e de abu oman no because ye ko a whilst we are fighting na why ye busy ono nso no de oman na dan cocaine coast ye ko no na ono nso anya akwanya e de Ghana man na ye de ope Mohammed Muntaka me Mwakwaba. Ye kuna ye ni abre no. No anya kwanya. No anya kwanya e de oman no fortunes no ye the desire of his family. Na ye mom e na ye ho chire ye. E manisa. Abusia, I think say there is no call coming in. Enti mi nyamokwa. Ami mamu video we about what the Kusasi people said to John Mahama. He see no one team car. Na
politician biara say.
Mpacho monfanchem just a minute. Me de mobesi ya na ochna ya sign eshia. But I will not leave you like that. Me mount the whole video of the press conference sabio yewianom Mamprugu at the Babon, a strong warning to the IGP and the Ghana police and Yankasa Yeura Ibu Yes. Intrabusia. Yen couldn't call her video way. Now China said ye TBano. The same time today, ye besian shia. I think so China there will be much space here. Bet my mama Quenya now so about them. Now watch the wadre. Me da munya say, me Ivan Sankama, me da sepa Mohammed Munta kam da won so ase. Oskani kwajo. Ai oskani fufuo no de edamitimo. Oskani mi fufuo no wo ho. Yes, edamitim pa. Mami ya frempo amedase bebre ene wo bre. Agostino Fosua me ma won so akwa abeda wase ene wo bre. Mi ye kwasi asamo amedase bebre. Mami Georgina Bonsu medase pa. Mami Diana Pia medase ene wo bre. Adasan Evans medase. Mami Deborah Che meda won so ase Francofi medase. Odene ho mensa Bonsu medase. Ena mi ankasa me partner ba kope ai. Me mama Esther K Badima amedase pa. Minim say wa amfre because enebere no esua, but I think say tomorrow we will meet again. Abusia me de mo besia. Skani. Me de mo besia na ochena yasan ahia. Me da munyina se enebere munya e de mame. Makra mo.
Yeah, onyini insana Ghanaians o monjin tum say yeah onyini David. Yeah, we overload. And edin Abdullah Mami Sheriga. Oh, na e call na omoko say ohini no. I tell say o tina ofie na o ka say we ohini. Even the president of the Republic of Ghana, Ono John Dramani Mahama no, asa na o mbe so ohini no. Say okokita bibi e de so e ma Ghanaians say na Chief Justice swear ni in. Esa na owura office. Na dey tina win election, na dey tina wan kwa owura office. Asa o tina ofie na o be ka kire obi say we ohini. Ti say me gina onu say o won ba o beti o be ka kire say me forefathers omu wo omu Bawku onu no ni nanda ben ni grave na wo Bawku onu Abograwa ni came onu Abograwa is a different with Azoka yeah ni Azoka he's a younger man by tribe coming from Burkina Faso do thing we know that and we know their family house and then Abograwa also Onya onyene enne awa Bawku enya onyene awa babia o hine bia anim so ya hine awa Bawku eye Alhaji Sedu Abagre de Nabserga ya last message there ya di mamu mo media for mo bia ya ba life un say be kasa no me sani wallahi 3 times omo mi o diploma awa Bawku no soldier for now police for no omo wa mawo omo wan kwalifi omo wa papa no mami no omo ja omo say omo ba ye kuro Bawku e be protecting life and then properties say be who say omo ntimi a na denti na omo ya police for no denti na omo ntimi yi sa soldier for na omo kotuna Bawku o fie no omo yi sa soldier no enfi na Bawku fie no le so say obeti me dan fie enu abako de say to so mienu say IGP so hu a police for no ntimi pata yeah, nim say amo FB unit omo 30 soldiers 20 ometima ma asunje aba Bawku politics inti say omo nim say omo ntimi a omo sesa soldier 4 ni na omo Bawku no omo crossing civilian court now no omo ma 24 hours ni ba bia ni hifie eta from omo nya Bawku enti asaka tiramu sema se kusasi ni bia kasa o yo bema o attempti sir o block car bi e wo highway no international highway ni so o block car bi say o attack obi yes e be ya Ghanaian surprise exactly and the time message I was say ya di Ghanaian so no we first and last and the man won we na go see first and last ya nim say mra wo asa na Bawku na ba Alhaji Sedu Abagre de Nabserga. The second, Asana Obedi ni esi Bawku kurom no. Ofa mraso. Ene ko dur Bawku. Otina ni fia no mo ka tenso oyini o. Na onu abi onti Bawku ka se onu Bawku na ba no. Ani ke ma Abograwa no. O tina ye. Ni nana grave a wo Bawku. Abdul Ayi and Nabserga obeti ma tire ni assistant. Ni forefathers o mo grave a wo Bawku up to ne. E wo ho. So no, ani ke ma Abograwa. Say Ghana mra e fa ni yajima na omo yi ni free Bawku a. Yen pese bibi be si akire because of the respect that we have with the military men and the policemen. e dey be si o ti bia e be dey na be si na be si sir.
Yo kana picture nasi.
Nti sa munim se mun pe police mun pe soldier sa mo de ya Mamprugu for say mun yi police for no varas na wo mo fi ono both police and soldier ya you mun free mu ne ma order say ahene mienu no abugrago ene na chiriga ya ga mu kro mamo munku do beti mi wo fa kro no ne ya do beti Omo fi say peace in me here juma ena ntakwa ma munku police for ma munku soldier for omo de soldier for ni police for no mun yi mu hun free abugrawo fie mun yi mu free ono mo no mo ma ya just 3 days ma o yini bi antu na shirga ntu free boku abugrawo ntu free boku for only 1 week po wa be timati na kro mo ono mo no wona kro no ya odie finish ena Bawku ko bon ga no soldier for ni so mutimi ma escort ma enko a omo ma ye kwan ya o mnanka be timedi enko for pia ko bon ga ko disa ni ata ye chiaba no searching asa ye throw bia se ka be ni pesi Ghana ye manya ye be ma Ghana ye manya de kusaji for ni ya omusuro no ye be tima ye ma ye wo ti a ye na shiriga wa ma order ye ntimi ye fi press conference ye crack for no omo juma na omo ye no na basa for no so ho ye betima ya asen o ba tempe police ni regional commander yi ni tuo say e bon Mamprugu ni abranti e pa kunu because hu ni tuo wo ga tuo na ma o chime o say there bi wo kunu Mamprugu fan for it en ko ni police ni ye say curfew rules keke ya break nko 40 mocks ya ko kun omo mpanyimfo Mamprugu ni bia sori ambo police ni asu Bawku da na adentina so mo ba IGP mo wati me ba makusati for takum sutu no aka je police for say o sutu soro kusati for sutu police for mo so mo sutu soro ye ku mo so sutu soro police for mo amuntimi so mo kan no kre no mo nja ekuro no maye se sana government pair bunduri for ye nuar ma mo ku bunduri no aye we ye last. And yes, I buy one get 10 free no. Ombanya. Buy one get 10 free no. Look at you in Munduria. What do you if our Ghana and United Ghana?
We are about to start with this most important press conference. But in any occasion before we begin, we will go on with this press conference. If Madam Tanko is around, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Zizi watin ya zinu ta zan kan natu dugmana honuni. Dugmana ta ta zin alafiya nana alafiya. Te tizin ziwa Mamprugu tu ni kenne. Zugu katalla an la anwazuna. Wan ya chena ni fitina Mamprugu tumban puni. Dugmana tantana saraba zugu. Te tangbanni te yada mwan zab ndiya te tangbanni dul te lugur kamza kakabur ka kemu nduma na ulaf san kan tununi salatu ala nabi karim اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا فإن لم تغفر لنا لا ترحمنا لنكون من الخاسرين اللهم ربنا أنزل علينا مائدة من السماء تقول لنا إيدا لأولنا وآخرنا وآيات منك ارزقنا وأنت خير الرازقين لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وإن تبدوا ما في أنفسكم وتخفوه يحاسبكم به الله فيغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء والله على كل شيء قدير آمن الرسول ما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سميعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا نسينا أو ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إسرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين فانصرنا على القوم الظالمين فانصرنا على القوم المنافقين فانصرنا على القوم الحاسرين إن الله والملائكة يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين صلاة على النبي الكريم. All right, thank you very much, Malam Tanko. Te pusia pam Malam Tanko jana zangte ziwanza ni nauna nusni. Now we are about to start with the actual program, and we shall finish with the press reading. Then any other questions will then be invited. So I would like to invite Dr. Isa Imoro to do the press reading for us. So Pampa Matin Pila te press ma. So to bonu to bola te brother Dr. Isa Imoro ko ochana karangang titi.
Good morning, everyone. This is a press conference organized by the Mamprugu Youth Association, the national chapter. And then it seeks to address current security developments in Bawku and its environs, the unprofessional conduct of the Inspector General of Police, and then the baseless demand for the arrest of Bawku Naba na Sheriga Alhaji Seidu Abagri. Esteemed members of the press, fellow Ghanaians, and all dedicated stakeholders committed to peace and order in Bawku and Ghana as a whole. We of the Mamprugu Youth Association address you today with profound concern for the rapidly deteriorating and escalating security situation in Bawku and its surrounding areas. This crisis affects not only the lives and livelihoods of our people, but also threatens the very fabric of our national unity, national security, and the promising mediation efforts currently led by His Royal Majesty Otumfo Osei Tutu II, the Asantehene. A brief about the background to the current happenings in Bawku. Bawku, historically a vibrant hub of coexistence and commerce, anchored by its central market established in 1858, has long symbolized our interconnectedness, drawing together diverse ethnic groups and fostering trade across our borders with Burkina Faso, Togo, and Niger. The unilateral establishment of a parallel market by a segment of the Kusasi community, following the regrettable resurgence of violence in 2021, citing unfounded claims of insecurity in the Mamprugu-dominated central market, has unfortunately introduced grave security challenges. Now, while we recognize the inherent right of every citizen or every community to pursue its economic activities in safety, the consequences arising from the creation of this parallel market have been deeply troubling. Elements within the Kusasi youth have, with gross impunity, engaged in acts of intimidation and coercion with intent to deny access to the Kusasi market to individuals they wrongly perceive as Mamprusis or their allies. Indeed, the tragic killing of a 6-month-old Busanga baby, whose grandmother went with her to the Kusasi market to purchase vegetables, underscores the climate of hostility that has festered for a long time around the Kusasi market. Disturbingly, this aggression has extended beyond ethnic profiling to levels that can best be described as domestic terrorism. These same Kusasi youth have forcibly prevented their own Kusasi kin, members of other ethnic groups, and international traders, particularly from Burkina Faso, Niger, and Togo, from accessing the established Bawku Central Market, which provides revenue to the state. These blatant acts of economic blockade and ethnic targeting, often occurring in plain sight of law enforcement officers, along critical routes like the Bawku-Bolga-Pulimakom Road and the Bawku-Kulungungu International Road, points a disturbing picture of a breakdown in law and order and safety. And that is very unfortunate. If the intent, that is the intent of creating the apparel market, the Kusasis, was to create space for commerce, it would be a matter of communal choice. However, the forceful redirection by Kusasi youth of traffic destined for the Bawku Central Market and the subsequent targeting of those who patronize it, even under armed military escort, are unequivocally criminal acts of banditry and then terrorism. Attempts by the Ghana Police Service to restore order and ensure freedom of movement along the Bawku-Bolga-Pulimakom International Road by preventing attacks and harassment of innocent citizens have been met with violent resistance by the Kusasi youth, tragically resulting in the loss of life. The subsequent coordinated armed attacks by Kusasi youth on multiple police installations, including the burning of the residence of the divisional police commander, sections of the Bawku police barracks, the Binduri police post, and the attacks on the Pusiga police station, as well as the residences of honorable members of parliament, Honorable Mahama Ayerga and Honorable Ladi Ayamba, leading to injuries to police and immigration officers and extensive damage to public infrastructure, are acts that demand the strongest condemnation. Unfortunately, we are yet to see a single condemnation of these acts of terrorism from the Kusasi leadership, and their political class, like Honorable Ayaraga, Honorable Avoka, and the rest of the members of parliament in the Bawku area. They are silent. None of them is bold enough to condemn these acts of terrorism. Following the above violent acts of domestic terrorism by the Kusasi youth, because they have come out to own up and say they are those committing these acts of terrorism, the Inspector General of Police visited Bawku, and in what can be best described as bizarre, he apologized to the Kusasis. The same people who attacked and vandalized several police and state installations. Furthermore, the IGP refused to visit Mamprusis, who are key stakeholders in this matter. This biased conduct of the IGP and the cowardly unprofessional conduct of apologizing to criminals has emboldened the Kusasi youth to perpetuate more crime. They went, and when I say they, I mean the Kusasi youth, because they have actually accepted that they are those doing this. They went on rampage, attacking and killing innocent Mamprusis in the Binduri district. Their ungodly criminal activities climaxed on the afternoon of April 13, 2025, when they ambushed and killed 2 police officers in the Binduri district. The mark of a good leader is having the best interest of the people he leads. But to throw the sacrifices of the men in uniform to the dogs just to appease what the former police secrets described as Kusasi banditry smacks of incompetence and professional negligence on the part of the Inspector General of Police. Indeed, we are reliably informed that almost all the policemen stationed at districts like Binduri, Pusga, have all been recalled to the Divisional Police Command in Bawku, simply because of threats by Kusasi youth, emboldened by the pleas of the IGP. We have cited a police memo from the Upper East Regional Police Command issuing a ban on the movement of police personnel to Bawku. This development paints a bleak outlook of the security of the area. We would like to extend our deepest condolences to the government and families of the deceased police officers. We commend His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama for his forthright description of these acts as criminal vandalism of state property. It is our considered view that the Kusasi youth were emboldened by the unfortunate apology issued by the IGP to them for their acts of violence and terrorism against the state of Ghana. They have done that to several citizens, innocent citizens, and they now feel emboldened to attack the state. And all the IGP could do was to go and apologize to them. We urge the police and all security agencies to heed the clear directive from the president that these acts are acts of criminal vandalism of state property, and ensure that the perpetrators of these dastardly acts face the full force of the law. Unfortunately, instead of confronting these bandits and terrorists, the security has folded up in Bawku. They have all folded up, and the media is silent. All the police forces have folded up and they have gone back to the Divisional Police Command. Instead of confronting armed bandits and terrorists, they have emboldened over the year, they have folded up. And then Ghanaians shouldn't be silent to this, because that is how terrorism creeps. It starts at an area where you think that it does not involve you, it does not touch you. By the time you realize, it creeps to your very homes and then your very rooms, deep inside your rooms. So Ghanaians should be very concerned. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, these events, the acts of banditry and terrorism, have regrettably led to the suspension of armed security escorts on the Bawku-Bolgatanga Highway, which is a critical international trade route linking Ghana, Burkina Faso, and Togo. The ensuing disruption has stranded commuters and goods, paralyzed economic activity, and it risks damaging Ghana's regional and diplomatic trade relations. Today, if you are in the Bawku township, you cannot travel to Bolgatanga because these Kusasi youth, have taken control over the roads. The roads that you and I pay our taxes for the government to construct and then build. Bandits have taken control over these roads and citizens cannot travel on that road. And the state is quiet. In addition, the actions of the Kusasis have directly been aimed at making public institutions like the Bawku Presby Hospital, the Bawku Presby Nurses and Midwifery College, the Ghana Commercial Bank, and the Agricultural Development Bank dysfunctional and permanently closed. That is what they want. If you own a country or if you own a town, do you wish that these critical state infrastructure be closed permanently? Just like the Bawku Central Market, the Kusasi say all these critical state infrastructure are located within the territory of the Mamprusis. Hence, there are untiring and determined efforts to render these state institutions permanently closed. Their actions are akin to the biblical story of dividing the baby into two, which ultimately leads to the death of the baby. That is what they want. We therefore urge the state to act with urgency to restore the functioning of roads and these critical state infrastructure. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, Doc, please let me come in. I want to ask before the questions. Please, is GTV here? What of TV3? What of Bawku? Doc, please, I need some clarity. If you can just I need some clarity. Please, you invite them TV3.
Let's finish, please. Let's finish. We can handle any other.
No, but it's important because the media is one of the reasons why we are seeing the noise. There's silent everything about media. So we want TV3. But yes,
okay, we have presented your views. It's okay. Yes, okay. We have presented your views. So, you can come in.
I think we've not given Dr. Issa a loud clap enough. Us to have order, just like we have been described as people with enough patience. We are people of patience, so let's be patient and make sure that the media men we have invited here will carry out the message that we have just delivered. We are being patient in the hall. We are being patient in the hall. Wow. The Mamprugu Youth Association is presenting facts, and then we urge our media men to always interrogate the matter. Bawku, as we speak, has been divided in two fronts. So anytime they say Bawku Youth, we have a lot of tribes that are inhabited in Bawku. So when the IGP visits one side, and that is the Kusasi youth, we urge the media to make it known to Ghanaians that this is the Kusasi youth. And they are those perpetrating crime and trying to destabilize the peace of this country. Not only Bawku, just like our presenter said, if the state doesn't nip this in the bud, anytime they say there is an action, comes a reaction. And that is what we don't want to see. We don't want to undermine Ashanti-Hini's mediation process. We are a people of a royal lineage, and we understand what royalty is all about. So that does not mean that there cannot be a reaction anytime there's an action. So at this juncture, I would like to invite the media men who have questions for further interrogations for Dr. Issa to continue. Thank you.
Violence occurring so beyond this press conference, what's next?
So our brother from Daily Guide asked whether beyond this press conference, what do we do? We have told you here that we have been patient over this while. This conflict started in the year 2021. And all the troubles we are talking about today, it didn't start today. The killing of security men started far back. In 2021, they attacked the military intelligence vehicle in Bawku and then burnt it. From then, they killed policemen, they shot at 3 military men, killed a soldier, killed an immigration officer. All these things happened. The blockage of the international route has been happening since 2021. And we have engaged the state. This is not the first press conference we have done on this. But we told the state that if you continuously pamper these people, it will reach a particular level that they will turn their guns at you. And they didn't listen to us. But we engaged them. And finally, this is what they are doing. It is the Kusasi youth now against the state. They have put us at one side now. They don't want to touch us. They are now fighting the state itself. All is because the state did not hear the concerns we were giving them. And unfortunately, they gave a media blackout. Most of the media stations here, you would confess. If you have to talk to someone from Bawku, you talk to only the Kusasis. You don't talk to the Mamprusis. They blacked us out. So our concerns were not heard. And those are the results you are seeing there. If they are fighting the police in Bawku, you don't know when they would fight here. So the concerns we have raised here, we are not people who come and give deadlines and timelines. We just use words like urgent. And every sane person, every person who thinks, would know that if today the police can evacuate and leave critical areas in Bawku, then the agency should even be with that, the time to act should be even within the next minute, not to wait for someone to tell you that they should give you a deadline. So we have brought our concerns here. We are peaceful people. Our people don't want to react to what they are doing. We think that we should use these means to get our concerns heard. And it behoves on you, the media, to get these concerns to the state. We also want to see if we can engage the state authorities. You see that the IGP went to Bawku. He didn't come to us. How can you come? So how do you hear our concerns? You understand? But we'll try and then engage them. We have met previously some ministers. I don't want to mention their names. We have met them. They have given us audience. But when we talk sometimes, they think that we are doing tribalism or we are speaking for our people. But to be honest with you, if you go and take your time and look at what is in our document and what we have, do you think it is for us? It is for the state. Because individuals cannot take up arms against the state, and you want all of us to be quiet. Simply because we are Mamprusis, we cannot speak. So I think that we don't have timelines. We have done our part. We'll continue to make sure that Ghanaians get to know the truth about what is happening. It is on the state and on you, the media. When you go, you report that the police have evacuated from Binduri. They have evacuated from Pusga. The police has written a memo, and they have issued that all their soldiers, all their forces, they shouldn't go out and be roaming. They should all come to the Divisional Police Command. These are issues Ghanaians need to know. And know that if it is happening in Bawku, don't think Bawku is far. That is how it started. That is how Boko Haram started. And then Nigeria is where it is today. I hope I've answered you. Good. Any other questions? Of every institution in the town so that we don't have Bawku again. They have come up with COSAC. Nobody, the media, the government, they have been misled into thinking that the name of the traditional area is COSAC. It is false. It is not. Actually, what is in the legislative instrument, LI 240, you can go and check. That is the name of the instrument. It is Bawku traditional area, not Kusa traditional area. But unfortunately, the government and the media have been confused into thinking that the name of the area is called Kusa traditional area. It is not. Ghana, we are bounded by laws, and the name of the town or the traditional area is Bawku traditional area, as can we control the as captured in LI 2409. You can go and then look at it.
All the security apparatus are very much, afraid to work in the town. And here is a case, as you elaborated our concern regarding the banks not working, which is very critical, like the ADB, the commercial bank. So I will plead with you to convey the message, our message once again through the media to the government, that we have the men who are chartered accountants. They are ready to work in Bawku. If the workers, the bankers are not comfortable to work, just that the military, the police having to move from Pusga and wherever and come to the regional head office, the regional headquarters in Bawku, we can provide them the men to work in the meantime, especially within the banks or in the banks, so that at least activities will take place. So our plea through you to government is that we have the men who can work on our behalf, so that at least in
you can't have these critical state infrastructure and they are not working.